Rediscover your past by digitizing your family's memories with LEGACYBOX. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about preserving your legacy, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection. When people talk about how much life has changed, they usually point to the big moments. But the real story is in the everyday things we used, without even thinking about them. Today, we're taking a look at how products have changed over the last 75 years. In 1950, Zenith introduced the LazyBones remote. It sold for about $30 back then, which would be roughly $380 today. It was wired, a long cord stretched across the living room floor, and it only handled the basics: channel up, channel down, and power. This remote was heavy and built to last. Today's remotes are wireless and packed with buttons that control every feature imaginable. But the new ones still lack that futuristic feeling that came with owning a LazyBones. In the kitchen, the centerpiece was always the refrigerator. The Kelvinator Foodorama cost about $300 in the 1950s. That's over $3,000 today. It had extra wide doors, deep shelves, and rounded corners that instantly dated it to the era. What it didn't have was an ice maker or automatic water dispenser. It was just dependable cold storage. Today's refrigerators do far more, but few are expected to last as long as a Kelvinator did. Trucks were not as popular as they are today, but the Ford F-Series got its start in the 1950s. The 1956 Ford F-100 sold for about $1,600, which would be around $18,000 today. It was a working man's truck, manual steering, manual brakes, no power, anything. And inside was a vinyl bench seat and a steel dashboard. Today's pickup trucks are bigger, faster, and far more expensive, with just about everything being controlled by a computer. Inside the house, when the phone rang, everybody knew it. The Western Electric Model 500 was rented for about $6 per month, roughly $65 today. It was heavy, loud, and nearly indestructible. Many families shared party lines back then, which meant privacy wasn't guaranteed. Today's smartphones do everything and have become a new form of addiction that no one could have predicted. Flying in the 1950s felt different. A ticket on a Pan Am Stratocruiser cost around $75, about $850 today. The seats were wide, legroom was generous, and it seemed everyone dressed up to fly, considering it was a special event. You even got meals served to you on real plates. Today's flights are quicker and more affordable, but they lost all the elegance that flying used to be known for. Laundry day looked a lot different in the 1950s. A Maytag wringer washer cost about $200, or roughly $2,200 today. Instead of a spin cycle, clothes were fed through a mangle to squeeze out the water. It was a way more manual job, for sure. Modern washers are safer and take care of everything automatically, which is a huge time saver. A wristwatch used to be a simple tool. The Timex Marlin sold for $12, which is about $150 today. You wound it every morning, and you could hear it ticking at night. Today's smartwatches track just about everything, but they just lack the character that old watches still carry. In the living room sat the giant television box with a tiny screen. An RCA Victor console TV would cost you about $300, or roughly $3,600 today. This wasn't just a TV, it was a piece of furniture. The tiny black and white picture with maybe 3 channels was all you got. Today's TVs are way bigger, with a high-definition picture, but families rarely gather around them in the same way. Technology was quietly changing in the 1950s. The IBM 650 computer cost about $2 million, which is over $22 million today. It filled an entire room and ran on punch cards. Today's devices are small enough to fit in a pocket, and everybody has access to them, maybe a little too much access, but they all can trace their roots back to machines like the IBM 650. Just about every boy wore the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars in the 1950s. They cost about $6, roughly $65 today. They had canvas uppers and a flat rubber sole with pretty much no cushioning. Today's athletic shoes are highly engineered, sometimes filled with air or molded from foam, but Chucks still remain almost unchanged. Traveling with luggage was a lot more work back then. Samsonite Streamlight cases sold for $40 for a two-piece set, which is about $500 today. They were hard-sided, heavy, and absolutely no wheels, so you were carrying these things everywhere. Modern luggage is lighter and way easier to roll, but they are much less durable than those silk-lined Samsonites. Photography in the 1950s was much more deliberate than today. The Kodak Brownie Hawkeye is proof of that. It cost about $7, roughly $75 in today's money. With these cameras, every photo mattered, and you had no idea how the photos turned out until you got them developed. Today, phone cameras dominate photography, which produces endless photos, but most of them are altered by filters and made for posting on social media. Music became personal with the transistor radio in the 1950s. The Regency TR-1 sold for about $50, or $550 today. It was portable, battery-powered, and programming was dictated by the radio station you listened to. Today's popular music streams from the internet, and the songs are mostly curated by you. On hot summer days, there was really only one way to stay cool: sitting in front of a fan. The GE Vortelex fan cost about $20, which is $220 today. It was all metal, had a heavy base, and the blades could take off a finger. Today's fans look quite different, and many don't even have blades, so good luck trying out your robot voice on one of those. Recollection Road and LEGACYBOX both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you're like me, there's a box of your family's treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, and LEGACYBOX can help you preserve them digitally. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or to the cloud. Just send in your LEGACYBOX filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's that easy. LEGACYBOX is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Get started preserving your past today. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to check the description of this video for links to pick up a t-shirt. Also, don't forget to visit our friends at Horn & Hardart to save 10% on your next order. Visit hornandhardart.com/recollection. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club.